Farmers Month is taking us back to our roots, and not just the roots earthed in soil. We are a versatile people, and we've extended ourselves beyond that. I'm Sandra Clark. Stay with us as Jamaica Magazine shares more with you on aspects of our roots.
What is the National Identification System? The new National ID will for the first time give Jamaicans one ID that is trusted and verifiable. This means easier access to government services like PATH and NIS. It will be easier to do business with the government and the private sector. Eventually, there'll be no need to walk with more than one ID. Support the new National ID. Get the facts at nidsfacts.com or on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at nidsfacts.
Starting things off is a look at some of the stories that made the news this week.
Hi there, I'm Simone Wolf with your JIS News of the Week. The zones of special operations in Mount Salem and Denham Town have been extended for an additional 60 days.
This extension is a necessary enabler to transform the communities through the intensified delivery of social services, which have already commenced, but must be much further realized, as well as giving the state the ability to continue to take back full control of the domain.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness says his administration is determined to continue growth-inducing reforms to ensure Jamaica can maintain economic independence at the end of its current IMF agreement.
Macroeconomic stability is now taking root in Jamaica, and we are now building on the foundation of fiscal discipline, the pillars of a doctrine of economic growth and meaningful job creation, which will lead us to our ultimate goal of economic independence and shared prosperity.
The Prime Minister was addressing a CEO summit of the Americas in Lima, Peru, Friday morning. The summit was the first stop on a week-long working visit, which includes attendance at a special session of the ACP Committee of Ambassadors and the Commonwealth Heads of Government Summit in England. Residents of Chapelton and neighboring communities in Clarendon now have a newly renovated family court. The court was refurbished with funds provided by the Canadian government and the European Union and is located at the Chapelton Courthouse.
My hope is that within the next couple of years, all the courts will be first world courts. We have started already, and we are ensuring that every Jamaican can have access to justice.
33 of the 38 services offered by the Cornwall Regional Hospital in Montego Bay have now been relocated as the Health Ministry takes further steps to safeguard the well-being of patients and staff who have been affected by noxious fumes at the hospital.
We acted, as far as we are concerned, responsibly in taking action once the knowledge was there that these contaminants existed and required action to be taken. I want to just place on record that I regret thoroughly the fact that staff members, nurses and doctors have had to endure this process of irritation and discomfort and sickness over that period of time.
Government will be spending $150 million to upgrade market facilities island-wide.
And there can be no more excuse, ladies and gentlemen. When the resources are found, when we spend the money to upgrade and to make the markets into an acceptable position, I am going to challenge our vendors to utilize the markets.
A contract was recently signed for renovations to the Port Maria market. Similar work is also planned for Falmouth and Black River, and ground was broken last Friday on construction of the Clarkstown market. In the meantime, Clarkstown residents are now enjoying the ease of travel that comes with an upgraded transportation center.
Clarkstown Transportation Center will serve as a hub that will connect people to Falmouth, Brownstown, Albertown, Duncans, among other major towns. The municipal corporation will monitor the facility day-to-day operation to ensure that it meets its intended purpose.
Cabinet is to review a submission for the state to complete outstanding infrastructure work at the Liberty Estate housing development in St. Mary. Portfolio Minister Carl Samuda says the move is necessary as developer Landmark Developers Limited has not fulfilled its responsibilities under the joint venture agreement with the Ministry of Housing. In addition to an incomplete sewerage system, the community lacks proper roads and the residents have complained about inadequate water supply. The Tourism Enhancement Fund TEF has been restructured to focus on innovation by guiding the redirection of the Tourism Linkages Network and the Jamaica Center of Tourism and Innovation. The Analytical and Data Unit of the Jamaica Tourist Board has also been moved to the TEF.
Central to your function will be 1. Developing innovative projects and enabling what I call iconic attractions to be developed across the island. And thirdly, within the area of projects, to see to the destination assurance by way of building out the infrastructure, the physical infrastructure. As the social infrastructure side will be done by the TPDCO.
And finally, parents and others are challenged to acknowledge, befriend, favor, influence positively, respect and motivate children during May, in keeping with the 2018 Child Month theme, Affirm Me.
This theme emerged from a call from our children to recognize and validate their worth.
And those were some of the stories making news this week. I'm Simone Wolf.
Worms, bugs, creepy crawlies, insects, pests. And where do we find them? Right at the top of the food chain, damaging crops, food production, and or overall health. So I'm sure you see, just as MICAF has, the need to put measures in place to protect the agricultural sector from possible infestations.
Our primary responsibility is twofold. We have responsibility for the prevention of introduction of any plant pests into Jamaica that may affect not just agriculture but also our environment. But of course you understand the importance of it affecting agriculture because agriculture remains one of the major drivers of growth in this country. Our other major function is that we do the certification of exports, that's agricultural exports leaving Jamaica. Again, another major responsibility because the export of agricultural produce, of course, is also important to Jamaica and Jamaica's economy. So we have those two. We execute our functions really by doing one of two things. We provide import permits for the import of all plants and plant products, and that's how we ensure that whatever risk these plant and plant products pose, then we're able to actually indicate to our trading partners what's Jamaica's requirement. And when that product would have entered Jamaica, we also do inspection. On the other hand, we do the certification and treatment of agricultural produce again, the yam, the scallion, the Irish potatoes, etc., leaving Jamaica to other countries. We also work with our stakeholders in ensuring that we constantly monitor the pest status, and that is of new pests into the country. Maybe one of the recent pests that we had introduced into Jamaica would have been the frosty pod rot of cocoa, and that would have been in our recent memory. And so we work with the other divisions of the ministry, particularly the Research and Development Unit, in actually executing our function. All right, so one of the agencies that we work with will be the Customs Authority. And we say that they perform agency function for the plant quarantine branch. And so they do have X-ray machines where they're actually looking for agricultural items at the port of entries. So that includes both the seaport as well as the airports.
We're in an age now of commerce, e-commerce, where we can shop online. We carry the beauty of our home, the comfort of our home, and we buy anything online. But the threat posed with that is that we still need to protect our border. So things can come straight to your doorstep. However, you still need to apply for import permit. The beauty of a plant quarantine unit is that now we also are technology savvy. So the import unit also you can apply for import permit online. So you can just go to the Ministry of Agriculture, MOA Trade website and apply for your permit. So whilst you're shopping online in the comfort of your home, use the same comfort and apply for your import permit. Secondly, we're looking at seeds. Seeds nowadays are easily packed, they are small, easily hidden, and those are contraband that can come into the country. We want to ensure that ministry is driving production, so everybody wants to bring in seeds. However, these seeds still need to have an import permit. Tourism is there, as we all know, is our bread and butter, and it is we can't do it without tourism. However, if we destroy the sector, our tourism is also going to destroy. Everybody wants to see Jamaica being beautiful, right? So we implore and the tourism sector, all the players in it, to ensure that they tell their tourists to ensure that when they come to the country, keep their fruits and vegetables on board, whether it's on the ship or in the aircraft. Because we have a situation on the cruise ship when people going back onto the ship, we are seeing a proliferation of fruits and vegetables. So what we're asking you to do is just ensure that enjoy it on board, don't take it out. Because we have a situation in our neighboring country where one of the major food fly, but which if we get that, the entire country's export is shut down. That has been, has introduced to that country by way of tourism. They have proven that. Traceability have allowed them to do that. So we want to employ on the tourism sector. We need it, but at the same time, we need to protect our sector. Another thing that we look at, farm worker. Farm worker, we all need that. I mean, the farm worker, they move from different countries. And one of the things with farm workers is that everything they want to keep at the Jamaica to plant. Everybody wants to, because Jamaica, the climate here is conducive to production. So they're going to take everything. Don't hide it in your shoes. Don't hide it in your jacket. Just apply for import permit.
And something works perfectly in England. England is not Jamaica. You know, even if you bring in a new variety and they say it's supposed to grow well in this temperature, you have different situations in Jamaica. Besides the climate, you also have the social behavior of farmers. While you may always plant your plants in Manchester, that's where it's predominantly grown, it may grow fine there, but if you want to plant it in St. Thomas, it may not. And these are the type of things that the research division now investigates. So it's not only at our local area in Old Harbour, but we also do the research in other farms over the island to ensure that wherever you carry it, it would actually work. And if it doesn't, you knew beforehand.
It is illegal for you to bring any plant product in the country without a permit. You'll be fined and you'll be sent to prison if you do not adhere to the law.
If you intend any at all to import any plant and plant product, and we say to you, if you're not certain whether or not you need a permit, call the Ministry of Agriculture Plant Quarantine Branch and we will be able to advise you. We do have a Facebook page, we do have a Twitter page. So any means that you use to communicate with us, we will get that information to you.
Saturday soup, flavored, stirred, and ready for the bowl. Today's word is literally a reflection. Rasheda. Sounds like someone's name, doesn't it? It probably is. But Rasheda are the lines drawn by the sunlight on the floor as it filters through the window. Rasheda, proof that the simple things are usually the most striking.
Children, and we have rights. We have a right to be
protected,
provided for,
and included.
Don't beat me up, don't belittle me, and please don't molest me. I am under 13. I should not be working for a living. That is child labor. It is illegal. Stop leaving me alone. I am too young to provide for myself. I need your guidance.
Protect our nation's children. They have rights too. To learn more about children's rights, call or visit the offices of the Child Development Agency.
Mr. War had absolutely no respect, no love. War became so violent that zones of special operations had to be mounted in our little island home, Jamaica. And even states of emergency had to be summoned. But today, we are proud to say we're burying Mr. War and we're burying the things that would lead to war. Because today, all we are saying, peace we say.
Yes, you heard right. Mr. War and his affiliates were buried during the Peace Day celebrations at Denhamtown Primary School recently, and the Trees for Peace initiative was planted. Trees signify a fresh start on life, positive energy, good health, and a bright future. It's no wonder the Violence Prevention Alliance and the Ministries of Education and Justice have launched the Trees for Peace competition in schools.
We're planting trees for peace because it's part of an overall program that we're looking to improve the behavior in schools and to reduce the violence in schools and replace it with peace.
We here at Denhamtown, we are excited to start the ball roll because we are going to, put some benches in there and people come and relax, and when you have disagreement or just unwind in our peace garden. And not only that, we want other schools and community to copy our peace garden.
It is a reminder that while there is a place for the zone of special operation, while there is a space for the limited state of emergency, the Ministry of Education and schools and stakeholders of our education system also has a fundamental role to play.
And speaking about stakeholders, the initiative, which was jointly launched at the Zozo communities of Denhamtown in Kingston and Mount Salem in St. James, would not be possible without the many partners and supporters. They have challenged schools to establish peace gardens where students and members of the community can go to resolve conflicts, relax, and just enjoy the natural environment. You've heard the cry of the students, but how can you join this initiative, you ask?
The requirements for the competition is to fill in the registration form and to send a picture of where your peace garden will be. We need to get the registration in during the month of March, so up to the 31st of March.
Months later, we're going to be visiting schools again and acknowledging and rewarding and celebrating their achievement. We are going to be incentivizing their effort.
Schools that establish and maintain their peace gardens will not only receive cash prizes and trophies, their stories will also be shared across Jamaica.
Think of a fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little peace in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Peace was said.
And why should you join the fight for peace?
It will build a really great community, because why some children is afraid to come out of their houses is because of the crime and the violence in the community. So we will have a better chance to have more children at school.
Peace will help, like, tranquility in the community so they can concentrate in their work and get better grades.
One of the important things that the security forces has told us that they need the cooperation of all the other services to really re-establish peace. They can't always be here in this number, and we're building the foundation, and the branches and the leaves of the trees will help keep, and the roots that we're watering will help keep the community together and keep the peace as we go forward.
For more information on the Trees for Peace initiative, call 702-2709 or 774-5348. You may also email vpajamaica@gmail.com. Roots rock reggae. And I'm not saying that loosely. Reggae is a central root in how we are identified. Much more than a sound, it's an expression, a lifestyle. Reggae is a musical rock, the foundation. Reggae is me. Reggae is Jamaica. Reggae is for the people.
From deep within the archives, on reels no longer supported by the platforms of a technological modernization in the transmission of sounds and images, comes the story of a people and their relationship with the music they have bred.
Reggae! Reggae! Reggae music is bass, brother.
Yes, sir.
Reggae music is roots.
Not the dread.
Yes, sir. It's our kind of music, that, brother. What me say?
If reggae can ever be edged to a set place, then 13 Brentford Road is its home. It was here at Studio One in 1968 that Rocksteady briefly went back 20 years, married the folk rhythms of Mento, and gave birth to reggae.
The new art form experienced its share of birthing pains as the so-called elites of society struggled to accept its revolutionary presence, while those from whose experiences it sprung cleaved onto this evolution in expression.
Reggae music is something that I think most of our people are ashamed of. I don't know why this should be, because it is coming from our roots. So much people are naked like them shame.
I agree.
Truly.
Sure, them just shame what truly belongs to them. What me say?
That's what we steal sometimes, do I?
Truly.
Well, I think that the rhythm is very good, and we like it a lot in Jamaica here.
As myself coming from New York, I only thought that I would dig soul music, just, you know, funky music. But as I hear the reggae scene, reggae music, I like it.
I like reggae music very much because, right, it shows a lot of culture, right? It tells from the plantation days, the type of music the people used to sing, right? And it sort of reveal what really was going on in that time, right? Up till now, right?
It's something you can't just sit down and listen to. You have, you know, you get the feeling to move.
Reggae music is our high-style music. Same way like how soul music belongs to stage, reggae music belongs to Jay. And my favorite artist is Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Probably because it's part of me, you know, and we create it, I don't know. But I think I enjoy playing reggae very much.
I really dig reggae music, but whenever time I hear reggae music, I feel like dancing, you know?
I'm in a dancing mood. Generations later, and the narrative retains echoes of past sentiments with the addition of new layers.
Reggae change, I can't say like it changed a bit, you know, but still reggae beat. The old one is better, the new one not much to me. I just love the old stuff.
When I'm working, I listen to my music, keep me going, you know.
And me go dance on them music that I'm play, me not really stay there.
It means everything. It's a part of Jamaicans' history, so it defines who we are as Jamaicans.
It means everything. It means love,
It means peace. It means understanding.
Reggae is a lifestyle. Reggae is a lifestyle, you know, Jamaican lifestyle. Yeah, even the lifestyle where you live, because even didn't tell you any form, you know, so you work hard every day, hustle hard every day, and music, so it's reggae. So, reggae is life, man, you know?
Reggae has become what some prophesied, a few decried, and almost none could truly imagine.
Reggae is no longer seen in the world as alternative music or third world music or new wave music.
It's doing good. I think a lot of guys who make a lot of money from it, but it is good. I think maybe probably next to tourism.
People know Jamaica not only for our sand, sun and beach, but they know us for our music. So when you go abroad and people be like, you're from Jamaica, you know Bob Marley, you know such and such, all because of our music. So reggae is our definition of Jamaica.
It is the strongest component in the brand Jamaica construct.
Reggae artists and those who specialize in its offshoot dancehall have won major musical awards. In life and past death, its greatest ambassador retains an undeniable international presence that has demanded respect from world-renowned publications. Since 2009, the entire month of February has been dedicated to its celebration at home. It was instrumental in garnering capital Kingston the designation by UNESCO as a creative city of music. And in 2017, the Jamaican government submitted a nomination dossier to have reggae inscribed on UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage for humanity.
This international protection instrument will ensure that the origins of reggae and its derivatives are appropriately documented and safeguarded for present and future generations. It is fascinating to reminisce on the early days when Jamaican music struggled to germinate, and the pioneers were classified in some cases as undesirables right here at home.
But even then, in its infancy,
well, I think that reggae is a good music, here to stay, and I think reggae music belongs to us, and we ought to show it, right?
And now,
reggae is hot commodity, and the world has embraced it, but we are proud to declare that we still own it.
Respect must be given whenever respect is due. One more time, let's give it up for Jamaica and reggae music.
Did you know that in a recent survey done by the OCA in schools across Jamaica, 43% of the students received inappropriate messages from strangers? The OCA wants you to be smart online. Never speak to persons you don't know. Parents, encourage your children to be social but be smart.
This message was brought to you by the Office of the Children's Advocate with support from UNICEF.
The JIS team continues its service to you on our social media sites. So, like, follow, subscribe, and download the app on your Android and Apple devices. Until we meet again, and even after, stand for something or someone. Find your true self and stay rooted in your values. Thanks for watching, and take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.